Who we talking to?
Charlie, Miles, is that you guys?
It's us, baby.
This is my name's Michael. Pleasure talking to you.
Michael, the pleasure is all ours, my guy. Pleasure is all ours. Belly on up to this bar. Go ahead. Cut you off.
I was going to say, it's funny. You just caught me in the middle. I'm throwing some ribs on the smoker.
Ooh. There you go.
How long you smoking them for?
Okay, so normally I go the 3-2-1 method,
Yep.
The 3 hours, and then 2 hours wraps, and then 1 hour tack.
Yep.
But I'm making these for like a little church get-togethering tonight, and I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna do them party style.
Yeah,
and,
that would be the problem with smoking something is you need time on your hands. So.
Yeah, and didn't calculate time today.
Well, I'd say you live and you learn, but sometimes you just live. And I feel like you're a guy who just lives. No offense. Yeah, you shouldn't take any by it. But belly up to the bar. Tell us what's on your mind, Michael.
So I was calling because I wanted to know. I coach football and wrestling for like freshmen in high school. And I want to know, in your opinion, what's the necessities a Midwest coach, must have?
Okay. All right. Well, now you're speaking my language. I was once a Midwest kid who played football. I didn't do wrestling, but...
Miles, he's being humble. He wasn't just a Midwest kid. He was a Midwest athlete.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie.
This guy was a quarterback. He had long, flowing hair. He looks like an Adonis out there.
Oh, yeah.
Adonis.
I didn't have long hair back then, but...
Oh, not in the picture I saw on the internet.
I was in college. Anyways.
Okay, sorry.
I think that every Midwest coach needs to have the phrase, go take a lap in their repertoire.
Take a lap.
Now, if I was going to tell you how to actually coach, I would say that's probably an outdated way of doing things, but we didn't call in for updated new generation coaching techniques. We called in for some Midwest coaching techniques. And what you got to do there is it isn't about skill in football in the Midwest. It is about heart and grit and grinding it out. And how do you do that? You run them to death. You make sure they're the most conditioned team. You make sure that they have been there, had their faces beaten into the ground in practice. So when it comes to the game, they beat the other team's face into the ground.
Mm-hmm. They are well trained on that. Now, Miles, I do have a question because you don't think taking a lap is a actual good way to coach?
No, I'm just saying that the new updated way, they don't teach that.
Why not?
Because they say that learning skills is more important than taking a lap.
Really?
Well, Miles, I'll let you know that before every practice for our freshman football team, we start with 2 laps.
2 laps.
Are they timed, or are they just like you guys just go warm up with a couple laps?
In the beginning, we're pretty tough on them. It's a run. They're young. They don't need to stretch, but then they will stretch after. But we're pretty hard on them in the first couple months, and then we ease off them a bit on the last.
Okay, I like that.
I think you just took the Midwest advice I had right out of my mouth. Never have them stretch. Stretching is overrated.
Well,
pulling muscles is for pansies.
Tell me this, Charlie.
Yeah.
Does a lion stretch before they go kill a gazelle?
Hell no. That lion's just going from 0 to 90, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sitting there, wait, I got to get the quads going. Now, I will say, a lion is walking around all day naturally. Haven't you ever seen lions just do... they yawn. They're stretching all day long,
kind of putting a fucking hole in my argument.
Well, the more I thought about Animal Planet, the more I figured you're wrong. And so...
my girlfriend's golden retriever, he does it every time he goes outside, but he doesn't kill anything.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just out there retrieving balls.
Yeah, he's not a golden killer. He's a golden retriever.
Yeah. Soft mouth.
You have to kill it, then he retrieves it. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah. They're soft mouth boys.
Point being, the stretching might be useless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100% it's useless.
They should be stretching all the time. And you also want to remind them that that they don't have a shot. Just keep reminding them of that throughout practice. Like, you don't have a shot at this if you keep this up right now. Always consequences for them not working hard enough. And
it's funny. I'm the young guy on staff, so I'm in charge of this thing called opportunity. It's like the after practice punishment. So I just dish it out.
I like that.
What are some of your after practice punishments?
Well, I mean, it depends on the kid. If the kid just was late by a minute, then 30 to 40 push-ups. But if the kid skipped practice and walked over to target, then it's going to be like a wheelbarrow down the field, or bear crawl to the locker room kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, cleaning out your car maybe. You want to turn these opportunities into opportunities.
Balance his checkbook. That's maybe how we need to start doing this.
I got to start with those.
You need to stop calling them opportunities. You need to start calling them chores.
Yeah, that's it. You bring them over to your house Saturday afternoon.
I think another good way to coach in the Midwest is don't give them any water and tell them that water is for the weak.
Yep. And then when
water isn't necessary.
Water is not necessary. Yes. Tell them that when they pass out, need to go to the hospital, put the liability on the school. That's how you do it.
What are they going to do in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 7? They're going to stop the game and go, hey, I need some water.
Take a timeout for water?
Yeah.
Should have hydrated before the game.
If you can't drink water on the field, you shouldn't be able to drink water in practice.
And if they're drinking Gatorade or anything, be like, tell them that stuff don't work. Tell them, what are you doing?
Yep.
This is...
Nice mom.
Yeah.
Just give them jars of old pickle juice.
Yeah. Pickle juice will do a hell of a lot more than a Gatorade. They designed Gatorade after pickle juice, in fact. And we got bartenders over here giving us a thumbs up, agreeing with that. So if the bartenders agree.
Have you ever watched the movie Junction Boys?
Oh, she got a shooter of pickle juice right up there. Nothing can cure a hangover like pickle juice. So if these kids are out there saying, oh, no, we got to do the Gatorade or Jake Paul's crap prime. No. You can't. That stuff's garbage.
You got to ban Prime at practices.
Prime is a joke. They're like, oh, Jake Paul does it. Jake Paul's a jerk off. You got to go for the pickle juice. All right. And also, I don't know Jake Paul. He could not be a jerk off. Seems like one could not be. But anyways, pickle juice.
These damn kids collect those bottles.
They collect the Prime bottles? Good Lord. Maybe I'm just jealous that he comes up with such a stupid business concept and it works. That could be it. Speaking of...
well, what I was saying, Charlie, is have you ever seen the movie Junction Boys?
Junction Boys? No.
You got to watch it, then just take everything that they did and make it law.
Really?
Take them out to the desert. Don't give them any water. Make them practice for hours on end. Basically just make it a living hell so that when game comes around, they're like, wow, this is way more fun than practice.
Well, I'll have to see Junction Boys. I want to add on one thing to that. Be the coach, like when they're about to do the lap, be like, buckets on.
Yeah, don't call helmets. Call them buckets.
Buckets on. Take a lap.
And if any kid dares sit on their helmet, you gotta rip them a new one and make them take a lap, because that is sacrilegious.
And you know what the worst thing is with these helmets nowadays? Is all these kids, they always want, they don't want the bucket. They want the speed flex, or they want the one that have, the straps instead of the buckles.
Oh no.
Drives me nuts.
The like the two straps and not just the single strap.
Huh?
They want like the tightening straps now.
Like a zip tie. Yeah. What's wrong with that?
It's
What's wrong with that?
They focus too much on it.
Well,
they think that if they don't have that helmet, then they get all upset.
Yeah, helmet's not gonna do nothing.
Well, you got upset about your helmet? Take a fucking lap.
Yeah, bucket on. Take a lap.
Yeah,
there you have it.
Yeah, don't let them do anything unless their buckets on.
Yeah, make them do lap.
Just start calling them Jack and Jill.
Lap, shot of pickle juice, lap, shot of pickle juice. There you go.
Basically, you just need to do everything in your power to make them do activity that isn't actual practice. That is going to make them hard. That is going to make them gritty. And that's what you're looking for. You listen to any post-game speech of a coach, they don't ever go, wow, we just practice way better and we learn skills better than the other team. They say we had more heart.
Yeah.
And that's all you got to know in high school football.
Yep, that's it.
Are you guys fans of Dan Campbell?
Campbell.
Yeah. Charlie might not be because
I'm a Detroiter over here, so that's my guy, you know.
Dan Campbell is the Lions head coach.
Yeah, I know.
His motto is grit.
Don't think I don't know who the frick Dan
Sorry,
Campbell is.
I just Campbell-splained you right there.
Dan Campbell ruined the Packers' playoff opportunities. I beat us twice. Not last year, the year before.
Well, it sounds
still not over that.
49ers on the ropes, though.
Well, you know what?
Sounds to me like the Packers maybe need to put their bucket on and take another lap and take a page out of Campbell's
We got
book.
a Super Bowl year coming. By the way, if anyone's looking for gambling advice, bet on the Packers to win the Super Bowl this year, all right?
Okay. Well, that's new. New advice.
That brings it's a perfect segue to my second question. So
yeah.
I just turned 21, so I'll place that bet. But what's the ideal 21st Midwest birthday?
Get every kid on that football team to run you over some pickle juice for the morning after your birthday, because you're going to need it. You're
I
going to
don't
be
know where you're
hungover.
going with that. And thank God it ended up where it did.
What'd you think, Miles?
I thought you were going to tell them to drink with a bunch of teenagers.
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't know.
No, they're just helping. This is a callback to the pickle juice. It wasn't the strongest idea, but so wait, you want to know what to do for your 21st or where to go?
Yeah, my buddy's coming back from school. What's the ideal 21st Midwest birthday? I'll probably in a week or two.
Wow. I think a good 21st birthday is having a good mix of your buddies, and if you have brothers and or family that are dudes, if you're a dude, mixing those two camps together always breeds a good time.
Yeah.
Because you have your family who knows you the best and your friends that know you probably in a different way. And then when those two get together, it's kind of like a bachelor party in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
They start talking shit about you. That's what you're looking for. If everyone else is talking shit about you your 21st birthday, you did a good job.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, you get it locked and loaded, and then
your brother's like, God, he really can't hold his liquor. And then your buddy goes, yeah, you should have seen him, freshman year of college when he did this. And then they laugh at you, give you another shot. And that's a good 21st birthday.
Just get a little roasted. That's what you want to do. Get roasted. I would say get yourself a nice meal before. Well, let's not even pretend like that's going to happen. You're going to be... Take it easy, pace yourself, and keep up with the pickle juice. That's my advice to you personally. But yeah, bring the fellas. Have you had an alcoholic drink before?
No, Charlie, never.
Okay,
good man.
Yeah, I can sense some sarcasm there. I can smell it. Some people don't. Well, you get out there, get a hammer with your friends.
I got.
It's like describing how to do the deed.
Yeah.
If you're like, how do I have a kid? Well, you'll get in there, you figure it out.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Charlie.
Yeah. I could tell you.
Now, if I was going to teach you how to do the deed, it would go like just all of a sudden turn
now
into
you go into this.
Just
tell us how you
it.
conceived your soon-to-be baby.
So you're going to want to start, you're going to try foreplay. That's a 50-50 shot on whether or not that's going to work. She's got a headache, the
Come
whole
out
thing.
of the shower, nips out.
Yeah. You're looking good from your chest pubes down to your ball fro.
Yeah. Ball froze.
I have one final football question for you. You say that you're a freshman coach. What kind of offense are you running?
Spread. We used to be, actually, it's funny you say that. The school that I coach at, I used to go there. We were known for years for the tight tee, shove it down your throat every single play. And I say the last 6 or 7 years, like right when I started to play there, completely changed. Now we're all spread. We got speed, different game nowadays.
Huge mistake.
How's that going for you?
It's getting progressively better. It was rough in the beginning.
Yeah, what was your record last year? Tell the truth.
My team or the varsity?
Your team.
We were 11-1. We lost our second game to Toledo Central Catholic.
Toledo?
On the last play of the game.
How big is Toledo?
Well, Toledo, if you think
Toledo's
about
one of the best football cities in the Midwest. They got some powerhouses.
Yeah, how big is Toledo, would you say?
I would say it's about 3 Milwaukees.
Really? Well, how big is Milwaukee?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's about a third of... Milwaukee's about 3 Toledos. You know, we can't even get our recurring bits over here.
You can't.
We get to 100 some episodes and screw the pooch.
You gotta go back to Wing T. You would have won that final game if you'd have been Wing T, jam it down their throat. I mean, it's just now everyone does the spreads. There's no surprise in that, you know.
You know, Miles, I agree with you, but it's tough for me because I'm the wide receiver coach.
Oh,
so.
Teach him how to block.
He's dealing with split ends over here. Ay.
We'll have him stand.
Well, that's your first problem. Stop calling them wide receivers and just call them wide blockers from now on. All right.
Tight ends.
Yes, tight ends.